A panoramic wide shot reveals a lush prehistoric valley with smoking volcanoes and a thick tropical jungle canopy.
Tracking shot moving through thick prehistoric ferns as they are pushed aside by a massive predator's heavy snout. A Tyrannosaurus rex stalks a herd of prehistoric deer near a watering hole, moving with calculated precision today.
Two massive Titanoboas emerge from opposite sides of the swamp, and their 50-foot bodies shimmering in the sunlight.
The T-Rex stops its hunt and lets out a massive roar, claiming the territory as its own. T-Rex snaps its jaws, catching the first snake's tail and swinging it into a giant redwood. The second snake successfully coils around the T-Rex's neck, pulling the massive dinosaur toward the swamp mud.
Both snakes recover, quickly slithering in a figure-8 pattern to confuse the T-Rex's binocular vision.
Taking advantage of the distraction, both Titanoboas wrap around the T-Rex's powerful legs, locking them together. The T-Rex crashes into the swamp, sending a massive wall of water and mud into the air.
The snakes begin to constrict the T-Rex's ribs, groaning under the pressure of 400 psi.
A nearby volcanic fissure erupts, with fire scaring the snakes and forcing them to loosen their grip. The T-Rex kicks one snake into a rock and bites the second snake's midsection with force.
The T-Rex applies a 12,000-pound bite force, nearly snapping the prehistoric serpent in half.
A chaotic battle erupts between the snakes and the T-Rex in the center of the valley. T-Rex delivers a final stomping blow to the head of the first fallen Titanoboa today.
The second snake attempts to retreat, but a brush fire traps it within the hot, dry grass.
The sun sets over the battlefield, and the smoke from the fire rising into the deep orange sky.
Slow-motion replay of the moment the two Titanoboas launched their coordinated and deadly pincer attack today. X-ray animation shows the T-Rex's bone structure resisting the double constriction of the giant snakes.
A wide shot of the valley shows the three distinct paths of the three massive prehistoric predators.
Tracking shot following a young T-Rex learning to hunt by watching the alpha predator move today.
A mysterious giant shadow appears over the coastline, indicating a megalodon prowling in the nearby bay today.
The valley floor is covered in white prehistoric flowers blooming rapidly after the heavy tropical rain falls.
A comparison of the bite force of a T-Rex versus the squeeze of a massive Titanoboa. A lightning storm hits the valley, showing the giant silhouettes in the bright and sudden flashes tonight.
The T-Rex finding a nest of Titanoboa eggs and destroying them to prevent future regional wars.
Cinematic aerial view of the prehistoric continent and its diverse biomes, including jungles and rocky mountains today.
Close-up of a snake's tongue flicking near a sleeping triceratops in the tall grass at night.
The T-Rex marks its territory by scratching its massive claws into a thick redwood tree trunk.
A volcanic eruption in the distance causes a mass migration of dinosaurs across the valley floor today.
The alpha Titanoboa's ghost-like silhouette appearing in the thick swamp mist at early morning dawn today.
Extreme close-up of the texture of a Titanoboa's scales, showing individual patterns and scaly details today.
A pterodactyl stealing a piece of meat from the fallen snake and flying into the clouds today.
The title Animal Angels Hub appearing in a primitive and rustic wooden style on the screen today.
Final shot of the moon rising over the now quiet and peaceful prehistoric valley landscape tonight.
The sound of a heartbeat slowing down into silence as the screen begins to dim slightly now. teaser for the next episode, showing the rise of the Ice Age and falling white snow today.
A mammoth's footprint appearing in the mud, next to the T-Rex's massive and heavy track.
A deep-sea monster's eye opening in the valley's deep lake, suggesting new aquatic threats now.
Colorful prehistoric bird landing on the dead Titanoboa's head to look for insects today now.
The camera pans out to show the Milky Way galaxy above the prehistoric Earth at night today.
Final credits roll over a montage of prehistoric wildlife going about their daily survival tasks today.
A sudden roar from an unknown beast ends the video on a mysterious cliffhanger note now.
Black screen with text asking if the environment helped the dinosaur or the giant snakes today.
Final fade to black as the prehistoric world remains silent under the light of the moon.
Close-up of a dragonfly landing on a prehistoric fern as a predator's shadow passes over today.
A group of pterosaurs glides over the valley floor, scanning the ground for easy pickings today now.
The T-Rex nudges a fallen log, revealing a swarm of prehistoric insects, scurrying away in fear. A prehistoric crocodile watches the dinosaur from the safety of the deep swamp water today now.
Sunlight filters through the dense jungle canopy, creating light beams across the mossy forest floor today.
The T-Rex shakes its massive head, sending droplets of swamp water flying into the surrounding ferns.
A herd of herbivores grazes on the horizon, completely unaware of the apex predator nearby tonight now.
The T-Rex enters a cave to rest, its massive silhouette disappearing into the dark, rocky interior.
Rain begins to fall on the valley floor, washing away the blood of the fallen predators now.
A prehistoric frog jumps across a mossy stone as the dinosaur's shadow passes over the water.
The T-Rex lets out a long exhale, and its breath visible in the cool early morning air.
A tracking shot moves past a giant prehistoric beetle crawling up the bark of a tree today.
The moon reflects in the still water of the swamp before being broken by ripples today now.
A close-up of the T-Rex's clawed foot lifting from the mud with a suction sound.
The T-Rex turns its head to look at a distant mountain peak where a silhouette stands.
A view of the distant volcano at night, with lava glowing brightly against the dark sky tonight.
The camera pans across a graveyard of ancient giant skeletons, partially buried in the valley mud today.
A young T-Rex attempts its first roar, but it sounds like a series of small chirps.
The alpha T-Rex nudges the young one toward the safety of the thick jungle brush today. A close-up of a prehistoric butterfly landing on a dinosaur's footprint in the morning sun today.
The T-Rex drinks from a clear mountain stream, its reflection shimmering in the cold running water.
A close-up of the dinosaur's powerful thigh muscles rippling as it prepares for a run today.
The T-Rex runs at full speed across the valley floor, chasing a herd of dinosaurs today. A prehistoric turtle climbs onto a rock to sunbathe, completely unaware of the giants nearby today now.
The T-Rex catches its prey and begins to feed, as the first evening stars appear today.
Scavengers circle above the feeding ground, waiting for the apex predator to finish its large meal today.
The T-Rex lets out a short huff to clear the scavengers, and they scatter into trees.
The T-Rex walks toward a high ridge to watch the final sunset of the prehistoric day.
A close-up of the dinosaur's face shows the many scars from battles with prehistoric monsters today. The T-Rex lets out a victory roar one last time before settling down for the night.
A dinosaur's eye reflects the moonlight as it remains alert to any movement in the trees tonight.
The T-Rex finds a safe spot and curls up to sleep, its massive chest rising up.
A small lizard scurries across the cave floor near the dinosaur's head, completely ignored by the king.
The camera zooms out to show the prehistoric island under the light of the double moons tonight.
A black screen appears with the text, "Apex Predator," in bold white letters for the audience today.
The final credits roll over a scenic view of the valley at dawn, with mist rising today.
A sudden, distant roar echoes through the silence as the screen begins to dim into black today.
The Animal Angels Hub logo appears in stone texture as the video concludes for the day now.
Final close-up of a prehistoric beetle crawling over a dinosaur footprint as the screen fades today.